Hey YouTube, this is NATJHJ. I guess that's my handle. I've never really talked into a camera before on YouTube, so hey. This is just a little public Muppet service announcement to correct a whole bunch of the responses to this video that just are completely incorrect because I'm a total geek and I have nothing better to do right now than to talk about the only thing that I really know anything about, which is Sesame Street. Just confusion in the messaging board underneath, like the text messages here. Kermit was never removed from Sesame Street. Guy Smiley was never removed from Sesame Street. Um, when the Muppet Show started, Kermit was on it. Obviously, he was the host, but he never stopped being on Sesame Street. Well into the '80s until Jim's death, he was on the Muppet Show and Sesame Street. I don't know if the guy who voiced Kermit after Jim died on the Muppet Show and the Muppet movies, um, and the guy was the same guy who voiced Ernie on Sesame Street after Jim died. I don't know if he ever did Kermit on Sesame Street after Jim died, but Kermit was never removed because he went to the Muppet Show. That's all I'm trying to say. Um, yeah, he loved them. He loved Sesame Street. The Muppet Show, he loved them, but he was stressed out. He was in charge. He was always having to introduce and rein everybody in. And on Sesame Street, you could kick back, relax, sing with the kids, sit on the wall, be harassed by Grover trying to sell him things that required ears and noses, neither of which he had. Singing on my pond, this frog, I love my elbows, being green. Yeah, a lot of that stuff was way into the 80s, way after the Muppet Show started. You can tell because Hoots is in this video, and Hoots wasn't around until the 80s. So, anyway, the other weird thing about this video is there's absolutely no um, Frank Oz characters except for Bert knocking on the door. Yeah, no Grover and no Cookie Monster and no Bert singing. That's strange. Especially in a group of Muppets this size, there's usually like one, either Grover or Cookie. It's kind of sad. Kind of cool though. Maybe they don't like being in baths with other people. That's understandable. Blue fur everywhere. Ugh. There are no monsters in this tub at all, actually. Elmo. Elmo's in the hamper, in the window, in the door, but he's not in the tub. Maybe there's some sort of rule. Anyway, the other two comments that were incorrect were like saying something like Miss Piggy was taken off Sesame Street at the same time Kermit was. Miss Piggy was never on Sesame Street, so there's something else to correct. And the third comment was they were removed, which they weren't, because they weren't considered monsters, quote unquote. There are lots of characters on Sesame Street that aren't monsters, like everybody in this tub, as we've already talked about. So anyway, this is just me geeking out, trying to be helpful. Aren't I cool that I know all this? Um, if you think that I'm wrong, that's cool. You can just look it up on Wiki or any Jim Henson Muppet source, because I'm right, and I love you all, even those of you who are woefully wrong. Stop spreading lies. Makes me sad. Makes me angry. Makes me lose hope. Okay, bye. Keep on singing Duty Duck, Rubber Duck, Duck, Rubber Duck, Duty Duck, Duck, Rubber Duck.